Ooh, right away we have a random camera glitch. That was weird. Yawn. Because that happens. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. If my computer crashes, then I am out of here, leaving the stream. Because I'm hungry and I want to go and work out because I haven't done that yet today, and I want to do that before Damon goes to bed. So I'm not making too much noise. So yeah, let me just share on Discord. For some reason it didn't. I just did that and it didn't share on Discord. Okay. Weird. Weird. There it is. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. It's on Discord. Awesome. Okay. I can see the chat and everything's go. Okay. So what I need to do is I have to get rid of that in the corner, and I have to get rid of my name. Have as little on screen as possible just to get the ball rolling. I've got this kind of like tiny rash on the back of my wrist, and it's really annoying because it makes me want to itch it. But I did that earlier and made myself leak fluids, which was fun. And it wasn't blood; it was just kind of that white, like kind of like a clear kind of stuff. How do I explain it? I don't know. How have you been doing? Watch all of the last streams. I'm okay. I'm okay. Right. Then I have to share my screen because that's how that works. Entire screen. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. There it is. Okay. And I'm small in the corner. Yeah, that's good. Right. That looks freaky. Just seeing infinity like that is always freaky. But how are you doing, Wendell? What is up, man? And then I activate the game. Yeah. Again, if the computer crashes, I apologize. I'm not coming back until probably later tonight because, like I said, I'm hungry and I want to go work out before Damon goes to bed. Are you all correct? What? I'm confused. This damn coronavirus. I mean, yeah, but it's been going on for quite a while now. It's like there's no real news. Disregard that. Yeah, there's no real news to do with that. I mean, I'm basically when my holiday was cancelled, when certain events were cancelled, that was kind of that. I kind of just been living my life normally, I guess. Only, you know, in the house. Not going out to see friends and stuff. Probably won't go out to see friends and stuff for like until next year. Kind of weird. But I've been having fun. Been talking to people online and doing camming and stuff like that with friends. So, I mean, that's nice. It's just sailed. But yeah, that part hasn't changed. So yeah. Anyway, right. So in the game, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. A little bit. We're going to be using all of certain types of ships. And one of the main things I wanted to do is basically use all of the Enterprises as well. But then I figured that I could use all of the different kinds of Miranda class that there have been throughout the years and stuff. No, stop doing it. No yawning. Bad. Let's get a map. Good map. T-Rex. I'm looking for T-Rex. There it is. From the original series, and for some reason this is the original series, and it counts the movies as the original series as well, which is fine. But you know, 4, and we'll have all the monies as well, all the monies, all the respawns. We're going to be up against the Borg. So everyone easy for now, depending on how this match goes. Okay, is there like a whole bunch of these ships? I don't think there is. There's just 2. I mean, we could do that. We could have just a whole bunch of these ships just to see this premise. But the main premise is we're going to have all the Enterprises. So I'm going to start with that and finish with that. So there we go. The first Enterprise. Constitution class. She's kind of like can you see? Yep. Okay, I can see myself waving. It's a bit slow. It's a little main priority ship. Maybe it should be the most powerful. I don't know why, and it's bugging me. No, it's not showing the screen. Technical problems, funsies. Can you see the screen? Can you see and hear me okay? Okay, now it's working, kind of. Annoying. Anyway, yeah, we got the Constitution refit, which is not a refit, it's a completely different ship, but yeah. We're going to have 2 of these because technically there are 2 Enterprise Constitution refit classes. And yeah, everyone keeps telling me that basically the Excelsior had an Enterprise, that it was the new flagship, that it was going to be and all the flagships need to be called Enterprise for some reason. I kind of don't like that. I kind of think that's a stupid thing, and we never saw an Excelsior class Enterprise in the whole series, in any of the movies, in any extended universe. It basically just does not exist. So they made, for generations, Star Trek generations, they made an actual Excelsior refit where they tweaked certain parts of the Excelsior, and that's this one. I went from this to this, and it's a bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly. I kind of don't like it. It's like they literally just glued on some stuff for the new Enterprise, you know. For example, you see this. You can see the differences already. Like there's the Excelsior, and just look at the there's some fins on the nacelles, which some people keep telling me that these are actually for atmospheric flight. So that's the only reason why fins on the nacelles. It can fly in atmosphere. It's a huge ship, but it can fly in the atmosphere. It can only do it for certain periods of times, and it can't land, obviously. But yeah, and that's the reason for the fins. They're also supposed to be heater fins, so that you can actually cool down the they're what's it called? It's called like runoff fins or something. I don't know. But yeah, just look at the nacelles. Look at how they change. See, they've got a cap on the front of them, and I kind of like this addition, the facade collectors, because they didn't have facade collectors before. At least if they did, they were behind this grill. But yeah, they're bigger, they're brighter. But they have got stuff added to them, and I don't like that. That's kind of stupid to me. Now look at the bottom, the engineering section. It's got this bulge for some reason that extends the deflector out and forward in front of it for some reason. I don't get it. It's stupid. And lastly, you can see that it's got a nice round saucer shape with clear impulse engines, and it looks cooler, right? I mean, it looks cool. These are huge impulse engines, 2 of them on back. We've got extras that they just seem to have tacked on, and it kind of looks a little silly. And like I said, it's just an Excelsior class. They glue stuff to. I'm not happy with it. I kind of wish that they just that they actually made some cosmetic changes, not just stuck stuff to it. You know, I mean, I guess you could argue that the it's bigger. You know, the bottom is actually bigger. The saucer section is bigger. But yeah, so this was the Enterprise Excelsior class that you see in Generations, and that's where we're going to start. So we're going to do all the Enterprises, and I'm going to start with one of these. Then I'm going to have 2 of these, because there were 2 of these. First was the Enterprise when she got refitted, so basically rebuilt, with a little bit of the source section being intact, but they basically rebuilt everything else from her. You know, they didn't do anything. Yeah. This thing, not the same as this thing. Can't find it at all. So yeah, so I'm going to have 2 of these. See, NCC 1701A, and I don't like that. It's like they put the A on because it's a new ship. But yeah, there's one of these, and then there was a Constitution refit that was maybe refitted from the Yorktown, and then it was renamed. But I like to think that they basically built it. They rebuilt a Yorktown like this shape, and then they kind of just renamed that. So yeah, I found it funny that basically they were going to decommission the Yorktown. They were going to basically put it into mothball or take it into to pull it apart for scraps, and then instead, because somebody wanted a ship, they basically were like, "Oh, we'll just rename it. We'll just spray paint it, an A on the end of it, and change its name, and that's it. We don't have to do anything else." So yeah. But I'm also going to have the Constitution, the classic Constitution class. So yeah, kind of like the straight pylons as opposed to the curved ones you can see in the diagram up here. But, I kind of wish that they did just redo this thing a little bit for the movies, for the TV show, for Discovery and stuff. Anyway, let's get into gameplay. Ready? Yep, I'm already in gameplay mode. My chair is. So yeah, let's do this. Engage.
Lakota standing by.
So I'm the Lakota. We're going to get to be the Enterprise. The names are randomly generated. Here we go. Constitution class uses Constitution, Eagle, and the Enterprise. I have at least one Enterprise. But then again, with all the Enterprises, you're going to get one. So they're fighting each other. We're going to warp in over here. Let's bat in. Look at the Borg. Don't shoot at the repair station. Guys, don't all shoot at the repair station. That guy. We're an effective team. It's an Oblivion reference. I don't think I'm going to get that. PP. Now, I'm just the daddy ship because the Excelsior class refit, it kind of has no, it has the equal in this game.
Target shields down.
Just because. No, stop shooting at it. So this is their bestest ships. They're all on easy mode, but still. We're going progressively harder. Stop targeting air station. They're unarmed. I try to shoot at anybody that's unarmed. Klingons must be blown up. That's their Klingon heavy. So yeah. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have an online mode. They discontinued it for some reason. They discontinued doing it. So they've got a Excelsior class refit as well. All of my guys are. But no, I don't play online with other people unless I'm playing on a tournament or something. And on the tournament, I can't get my game to work on this computer, sadly. So I can't play on the tournament, which is fine. I do play Gravathor online sometimes, but it depends if my PlayStation connection get updated. Constitution class. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're picking them off. I've got no damage so far.
Sensors report enemy shield generator damage.
Ooh, they've lost shields. Like completely.
Incoming hostile. Klingon vessel destroyed.
Fuck, I'm getting too close to the ball cube, and that's bad because they can kill me. What did you say, Wendell? I'm gonna have to check that after the stream because I can check what people have sent in the messages. Okay, let's kill off some of these Borg. They're bothering me.
Enterprise fleet. We're taking severe damage to the outer hull.
YouTube, fix your view counter.
Destroyed.
Oh, my original Connie is back.
Enemy shields are down.
By the repair station. Oh, the Enterprise, one of the Enterprises is in trouble. Anti-block. Oh, but it took out the ball cube with it. I think it was that. Looked like it's hard to play. It's actually not that hard once you hold buttons and controls. It's pretty intuitive. Just trying to kill that ship. So I've still got a Constitution refit over there. Being shot at by the ball right now. I'm going to the planetary nebula.
Target shield down.
The Enterprise is back. I'm going to have to go to the repair station to get more torpedoes. I'm running low on torpedoes. Coming about.
Our shields can't take many more hits, Captain. Don't get your shields so free. Our shields are down. We're taking off speed.
Oh, fuck. That blew up one of my Eagle. There it is. It's blowing up now. I'm going to end this guy because he contributed to my poor Eagle. Jeffers! Hey, dude. Shit, I'm losing ships a lot. I'm still winning, but I'm losing ships a lot. Jeff, we're using all of the Enterprises. This is the Enterprise B. Yeah.
We have company.
So I've got the Enterprise A, the Enterprise, and the Enterprise Constitution class. You on my side. I can't lock on. Here we go. Nebulas. All right.
Target shields down.
Come on down. I'll go to the repair station in a second. Fuck. They taking out another one.
Enemy vessel detected. Nebula, Captain.
Right. I'm going to repair my ship while I go to the repair station because often I keep getting attacked.
Aye, sir.
Yeah, my ship's all over them. It'd be together. I'm telling them to auto rendezvous at the repair station and get themselves fixed up while they're there, while we wait for our Enterprise Constitution refit to warp in to defend them while they're doing their. Look at that Borg ship just pew pew. Normally I don't fight with the Borg. I don't like playing with the Borg, but you know, everything else is on easy. They're on easy. I figured that it would give some flavour. Plus, I know the current ship that I'm in, that one, is the best of the Federal ships. So it can take care of all cube. It doesn't often, but it can do it. Oh, it blew up.
Constitution to fleet. We've completed repair operations.
I do like that you get debris damage in this game.
Census report.
So there's nothing I can do until I get my war torpedoes and stuff. I can go around and fight anyway, but I want me some torpedoes. How are you guys doing? Oh, I can't see.
To fleet. We've completed repair operations. We're in position.
I can't see. There's asteroids in the way.
Holding position.
But yeah, after this match, if the computer doesn't crash, I'm going to play with all Miranda classes. This one's not a bad Enterprise, but she's not my favorite. Like the original Excelsior design is a lot more favorable than this thing. There's extra engines tacked on. I don't like the extra engines that I just tacked on. Look at them all fighting around my repair station. The Klingons are trying to attack my repair station. Great. Who blew up?
Repairs underway, Captain.
Oh.
Prepare to dock station. Photon torpedoes ready. No enemy vessels detected. Stand by to fire phase. Repairs completed, Captain.
Torpedoes back. Okay. Stop shooting at me. I'm in a repair station. Why do people shoot at me when I'm in a repair station? Oof.
Engaging target. Moving into attack position. Target.
I'm sorry, did the Borg... Are the Borg done for? The Borg are done for. It's just this ship left.
Engaging target. Phase is ready, Captain. Target still down. Phase is locked on target, sir. Send new enemy vessels. The red room neutralized.
Victory!
Engaging target.
There we go. Now we're going to try something a bit more challenging. A bit more. So, let's be against the Klingons. So, I'm going to be the Miranda class, the Reliance, or the Defiance, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah, there's only 3 of those. So, I'm going to have 3. We're going to be against the Klingons. These are my allies. Okay. Now, we just did all of the enterprises, and like I said, because I'm just going to go over it again because Jeff wasn't here. So, yeah. So this is the original Enterprise from the original series of Star Trek. But in the movies, they wanted to update it and stuff. They were going to have a completely different ship, and it was going to be a series even. So, yeah, we were going to have something that looks like the Discovery ship that we see in Discovery, but better, because that ship is a disaster from a design point of view. Anyway, so they basically just were like, okay, well, we'll do it with the kind of like 70s and 80s kind of design aesthetic instead, and that's why we got the Enterprise refit, the Constitution refit class, and this is the Enterprise A. And it was originally just the Enterprise. It basically got rebuilt into this thing. Literally, the only thing that stays the same is basically the saucer, and it had some extra cladding added to it. That's all that remains of the original Enterprise when they rebuilt it like this. So I had two of these because there was one, and in the movies, not to spoil for you, but they have to bring in another Enterprise as a replacement, and essentially this is they basically just use another Constitution refit class as that ship in that movie. Now, they also introduced the Excelsior class in the same movie, and it's pretty. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. It's basically it's robust, and they wanted to make it look more futuristic, even more futuristic of the future. I know that doesn't make sense. What are you going to do? But still, they do. It does look different. It looks a lot different from the original. You know, from anything that we've seen in the past. And that was because it was supposed to be an experimental science vessel cruiser thing. But here it's listed as a battleship because that's the whole point of this game. However, they wanted to basically say that there was an Enterprise B. After the Enterprise Constitution class, they made an Enterprise B, a next Enterprise, the next of the Enterprises. And they wanted it to be an Excelsior class. But, you know, for one of the movies, for Generations, Star Trek Generations. But they basically didn't want. They wanted it to be a better version of the Excelsior. So they wanted to redo the Excelsior to make it so that, much like we had a jump from this. Say this was the Excelsior. They wanted to do that to the Excelsior. They wanted to make it updated, look cool and funky and everything. However, they didn't have the budget to basically rebuild an entire ship. So instead of just they took an existing Excelsior model and slapped some junk on it. That's literally what they did, and this became the Enterprise B. And as you can see, just there's a bit on the nacelles added. It's got a rounder engineering section, which doesn't really match what you can see of the insides just here, but it doesn't matter. The deflector is pushed forward a little bit. There's extra impulse drives, just slapped to the back of it. It's not cool. You know, it's a kit bash, and I don't like it when they kit bash. I like it when they design completely new ships, you know. But yeah, so this was for the movie Generations, for Star Trek Generations, and it became the Enterprise B. So that's what we were doing. We were playing with all the Enterprises. But yeah, I like the original Excelsior better. All of its curves match. It doesn't look like extra impulse engines added to it. It looks like it's got the same amount of impulse engines. These match the contours of the engineering section. The engineering section is a very unique shape. It does remind you more of a boat than anything else, which is neat. The only thing I don't like about the Excelsior class is the shuttle bay. The doors just look tiny, and it just binds me up a little bit. There's weird noise happening outside. So yeah, that's what we did. So we basically went through the Enterprises. So this time we're going to go for this ship, the Reliant. Now, the history to this one. That's neat, Tubbs. Thanks for the backstory of the ships. Dude, you know, I'm all about ships. I'm all about the ships. That's one of the things I like about this game. Now, this ship was originally designed for Star Trek, the movie 2, the second movie in the Star Trek original series movie sets. They basically wanted a Federation starship that was much like the Enterprise, but the next thing, kind of like it's designed more for battle. It's designed more for patrol. It's designed to be a proper cruiser, as opposed to the Enterprise, which was just a regular cruiser, meaning they could do anything. It can do exploration, it could do scientific missions, it can do defense, it could even do battle. You know, it's an everything ship. That's what the cruiser designation means. So they wanted to be just a more tougher version of that, so that it would be an actual opponent to the Enterprise for when they eventually have to fight in that movie. So yeah. So they came up with this one, which is this is the Reliant. This is the actual ship from the movie. But I call them the Defiant classes because I like to think that this was the precursor to the Defiant, and we'll see that later. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It doesn't really have a main deflector, but it has 3 of them, and they're tiny. But I'm okay with that. I've dealt with that. Got 2 huge shuttle bays, which is kind of awesome. It actually has more internal space than the Enterprise, which is even awesomer, because of this extra chunk, this wedge on the back of it. And as you can see, it's got phaser cannons, which we've never seen before in Star Trek, as well as its regular phasers, which are these little grey things that you see in the hull. But yeah, it still has a impulse engine here, and it has the cells kind of underslung as opposed to being held upright. But I kind of like it if they actually did keep them upright. The reason why they didn't do that is that originally this ship was upside down. And the reason why they didn't want to do that is because they didn't think people would be able to tell the difference between it and the Enterprise if it was upside down. It's like, but it would look cool if it was upside down. It looks so badass. So can you upgrade your ship? No, all these ships are completely just for example, this is the Miranda. They made this ship. Like an upgrade to this ship would be this ship. You know, this ship can't be upgraded. It can't. So you don't have an upgrade to the ship. That ship is upgraded, but you basically, they're different classes. That ship can't be upgraded. That's a unique ship. That ship can't be upgraded. That's one of my favorites, by the way, the Oberth class or Oberth. But yeah, she's so pretty and unique. But I'll get into that later. For now, we're talking about these ships, and we're gonna have 3 of these ships because I kind of believe that this ship has been upgraded a lot. So here, they made this ship. This ship never appears at all anywhere, except for some books and the occasional thing where they're. It's complicated. but it never appears in canon on screen. But this ship is basically the original series version, as if this ship appeared in the original series, and it was kind of retroactively put into service as if it was in the original series. So technically, this is where the Miranda class began, and it doesn't look as cool. It's missing the top layer. You know, it's missing this big. It's missing the roll cage. This bit, it's missing that, and it's kind of a disappointment. But what are you going to do? And I believe that the Miranda class even got upgraded again using Excelsior parts, and that's what this ship is, in my opinion. I think this is the Excelsior. It's the Excelsior saucer section. The Excelsior, and it's got the Excelsior thingy section. The what's it called? Impulse drive. And for some reason, it's got the shuttle bay kind of strapped on front of it as kind of a defensive shield against the bridge or something. I don't know why that's there, but it looks cool. I actually think that looks okay. And it's got a weapons pod underneath it, and it doesn't have a roll cage either. But I like to think that this is the Excelsior class version of the Miranda class of this thing. Just because, but it's a Centaur class, and it's only ever seen. It's seen in one episode of Deep Space Nine, I think. But yeah, so we're gonna go for these ones. So I'm gonna be that one. We're gonna have one of these, and we're gonna have one of these. So we've got all of the Miranda class variants, and we're gonna defend a space station against the Klingons because why not? So let's do this. Yeah, you can't upgrade your ship. You can obviously given. See all of these ships that are on screen now. There's a lot of them. Those are all the Enterprises ever. So yeah, we're defending the Mushroom using my Miranda classes with these guys and these guys. So where do we start from? Let's take the battle to them.
Engage. Enemy vessel detected.
See, they're defending it. We're proactively going after the bad guys.
Moving to attack position.
In phaser range, Captain.
Pew. Well, it's going to be cheap.
Phasers locked. Klingon vessel destroyed.
The Klingons aren't very tactical. Well, they are very tactical, but they're very, very into their strength. So these guys won't go after the station as long as I'm out here fighting them.
Klingon targets destroyed. Moving into attack position.
Moving to attack position.
Engaging target.
Engaging target.
Excelsior. Nope, I'm a Centaur class, not the Excelsior class, or the Excelsior ship. But Alex, do you like Star Trek? I'm letting them fight. They got this. I'm coming behind them. They're actually way faster than this ship. I don't know why.
Klingon target destroyed.
I see you sneaking up on me.
Can't take many more hits, Captain.
Found it. Ugh.
Captain, they've taken out the shields. Target shields down.
Yeah, I know. I found your array.
Captain, hull integrity is
No.
severely compromised.
I'm getting out of here.
Base is locked on target, sir.
Wait, you guys
Klingon
fight.
target destroyed.
I'm gonna fix my ship.
Centaur standing by.
Miranda to fleet. Our shields are down. We're taking a beating.
They're in trouble.
Miranda to fleet. We can't hold
Kinda.
it much longer.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Tubbs. That this ship doesn't have the speed. It doesn't have the it doesn't have the speed. It doesn't have the shields. It's kind of not great, but it's got good weapons. It packed a punch. But then again, it's only it's not really a cruiser.
Our shields are down. Klingon target destroyed. Klingon ship spotted. Rotating to fleet. Taking a beating.
I'm gonna still fight while I'm repairing. I'm just gonna fight really slowly.
Attack position.
Moving to attack position.
Like really slowly. Don't come after me. I'm fixing. You can't come after me when I'm fixing my ship. That's unfair. Klingons don't get it.
Sensors report Klingon ships.
Fuck.
Rotating to fleet.
I'm no match for them. I got to go over here, fix my ship again.
Centaur standing by.
Well, they didn't do too much damage, just overall hull damage. But, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to go back to the station, like really close to the station. This map isn't that exciting. I thought this would be more exciting, defending the station, but it looks like it's okay. Looks like they're going to do it fine. I don't even know why I'm here. Okay. What's the time? I think I might do this, maybe even another match, another teeny match. And I've got to go in because I want to go eat.
Aborting work, Captain. Rotating to fleet. Awaiting orders.
All right, give me a second. I'm docking. Or I'm getting into position.
Klingon target destroyed.
There, you do a good job. And I'm winning. I've got more kills than anybody else. Woo.
Enemy vessel detected.
Where? I don't see on sensors. And really, I've got it on sensors. Where did you see the ship? Oh, found them.
Engaging target.
Moving into attack position.
That's an interesting design for a Klingon ship.
Klingon vessels on approach.
It was a decoy. They're actually coming from behind the station. Shoots them. Okay, so one of my Miranda classes is behind the station as well. So he can shoot that bad guy that I've got targeted. There he is.
Klingon ships approaching.
Do you see that one? That's sucked by the power cut right now. What am I going to have to eat? I actually don't know.
Engaging target.
I was gonna sort something out after my workout, but I don't think I've got a set plan. Just gonna see what's in the freezer and see if it's cookable. If not, I've got a ready meal. I'll be okay. I've got yogurt for later. Can we just kill this guy? This guy's annoying me. Guys, thank you.
Klingon Target destroyed.
Now, there seems to be a way that I can interact with the station. The years that I've owned this game, I've never actually figured out exactly how to do that. Like, it's got doors on it, open, and I've got ships that can fit in it. So I don't understand why I can't interact with it. It seems to almost imply that I can. But I'll just quickly show you, while they're shooting at that, I'll just quickly show you my starbase is really awesome. But you know how much I like the trim design? I don't know, it just looks cute. But top half up here, you can see these, they use these weapons ports for some reason, but these are actually the shuttle bays. Like these are little doors for the shuttle. But yeah, it's got doors. It actually has doors on, and these ships can doors because it's a sub. And over here, we've actually got open one. But for some reason, you can't interact with it. And you can see right into it. So I don't get it. Gotcha. Kill them all. Well, I don't know. I might just have my pizzas because I've got lots of toppings left for them. So yeah, I could make homemade pizza. Shit! It's gonna blow.
Our shields can't take many more hits, Captain. Warp speed.
Oh fuck! I do like that if your ship blows up while you're at warp, it'll fly off like super fast. Look, I just watched it on the preview. I wasn't paying attention while I was showing you the station. Apparently, all the bad guys are shooting at it. I'm sorry. So yeah, that was all the Miranda classes. So go back to TX because I like that map. I think it's cute. Should I do another Enterprise run for the last one before I go? Or have the other Federation? So I'm against the Federation and the Borg, but the Federation have two teams. They have two teams, so they've got 8 ships in play at once, I think. Anyway, so Enterprises again. We could use all of the heavy battleships. These are all the heavy battleships. You've got the Excelsior class refit, which is the heaviest of battleships, which is the toughest, baddest one. It's a clearer. It destroys everything. It's awesome. But then again, the game is biased because for some reason they've got the Federation always has. It seems to have a stat increase whenever you're the Federation, and it might just be the Federation are that good, but whatever. This is an ugly bastard who basically has two engineering sections for no reason, 2 extra sets of nacelles. These are 4 nacelles. It's got a roll bar for no reason at all. It's got two. These are phasers, and yet the torpedoes, they look like torpedo banks, and it's cut out of the front. So yeah, got the Excelsior. You got the classic Proxima class, which is just one of these, but less good because it doesn't have a shuttle bay. It doesn't have a shuttle bay. This giant thing doesn't have a shuttle bay. So yeah, and look at the four nacelles. You don't need that many nacelles. You never need that many nacelles. It's only for redundancy. If you ever need that many nacelles, you have to do something awesome with them. You know, like your ship can split in half and then be two ships or something. You know, kind of like the Prometheus, which isn't available in this game. You'd think that would be available in this game, but it's not. And they've got Voyager, so I don't understand why. But yeah. See, four nacelles. It's stupid. Yeah, three nacelles are kind of, it's semi-understandable. But yeah. So what do we decide? We're gonna do another Enterprise run. Should I be the crappy Enterprise this time? Which one's your favorite from the original series / movie era of ships? Is it this one, the Constitution class, the Constitution refit class, or the Excelsior? Which one's your favorite? Technically the Excelsior class refit, but yeah. Shall we have all the ones from the movies, from the original movies, the actual original movies? Shall we have all the ships from the original movies? How about that? The ones that are completely officially canon from the movie series. Because I could do a playthrough where I just use all of the ones from the original series, which is this thing, which is not seen in the original series, but whatever. This thing, which again wasn't seen in the original series. Do you want to see all the ships that were used in the original series from the Federation? Yeah, I'll show you. Ready? There you go. That was the only ship that they ever used from the Federation in the original series. That's it. That's all that you see. That's in this game. The original series. They only ever used one model. It was just the Constitution class ship. That's all that they used in the original series. If you wanted to see other Federation ships, you don't. You just see the Constitution class. If you look at the remastered series, the remastered version of the original series, then you actually see a kind of frigate kind of ship, but it's mostly classed as a civilian vessel. Also, the Aurora, which was just a Tholian ship that the Federation captured somehow. I don't know how. Oh, sorry, I don't know how, but yeah. We'll do the movies. We'll do the movies. So the ships that you see in the movies are the Excelsior class for the original movies, not the Next Generation movies. Otherwise, of course, I'd use the Excelsior refit. But yeah, the Constitution refit class. Where are you? The Miranda class refit. And the Oberth class. These are the only ships that you see on screen in the original series movies. I've already talked about the Excelsior class. I've already talked about the Constitution refit class. And I've already talked about the Miranda class. But the odd one out, of course, is the Oberth class. And I'm going to talk about this because I love this ship. It's my favoriteest. It's such a unique design. Experimental nacelles. These things were built for this ship. Very small shuttle bay, very compact design. It basically had everything. It had the saucer section, which was this little teeny little thing you can see on the front. That's its saucer section. It's only 4 decks tall. So yeah, and then you got 1 deck, maybe 2 decks for the engineering section, which is just a big flat pallet at the back, and then the bottom part of this mainly holds the deflector, and it's purely a scientific research shit. That's all the sensors and stuff like that. That's all that's down there. And to get down there, you would have to go through you have to climb up the ladder. Basically, there are designs that you can actually see, but there's a tube, what's it called? Basically an elevator tube, a turbo lift shaft that runs along that. But yeah, the only way that you're getting down there is by going down a ladder, up and down a kind of like a ladder system. Like first it's stairs, then you have to go up a ladder. That's the only way that you're getting down to that bottom section, because it doesn't actually have a neck to it. It's only held by the nacelle pylons. That's the only thing that's there. So yeah, but she looks so cool. She's so neat. She's so tiny. She's very unique, and I like it. You know, it's one of my favorites. You see in one of the movies. Do you see in 2 of the movies? I think you see in Generations, but you see in one of the movies. Search for Spock. That's what I'm trying to think of. I think it's Search for Spock. Yeah, this little thing on the front, this is shuttle bay. Also, there's other accesses to the shuttle bay. Only very small shuttles, but still, it's so cool. I like it. But yeah, it's one of my favorite designs. I kind of wish that they went with these kind of designs for more unique looks and stuff, as opposed to just all the time with the saucer section. You know, I don't mind the saucer section design. You know, I don't mind it's a cool concept. It makes sense. It's neat. It's very Federation. It's cool. I like it. But I just wish that they went more out there with their designs and their different kinds of saucers and stuff. It's one of the reasons why I like the later designs of the saucer sections, and why I like the Constitution class, the Intrepid class so much, is because they went away from the design, but they kept all the things of the design, and it's weird, but I like it. Anyway, let's do this using all of the movie ships. Let's do this. We're going to defend against the Borg. We're going to die. Yeah, we're probably going to die. This is not going to be good. even though everybody's set on easy. Yeah, we're in trouble. The Borg cube over there, moving into position. So we started from over there last time. So we're going to start from the other side. They're coming after us. But we're gonna broadside them. I'm gonna kill that teen ship first. You said that you like the Excelsior. The Excelsior refit. That's your favorite Enterprise. How overall? How about the Galaxy class or the Sovereign class?
New targets on tactical.
Over to fleet. We're taking a beating.
Yeah, the Oberth class isn't that tough. Did my external hard drive just unplug itself?
In favor, Raid
Class. I'm going to blow up the Enterprise. Ha. No, I don't want to destroy the shipyard. Go after that guy.
Move to attack position. Enemy vessel detected.
They're targeting my Oberth.
Engaging target.
It's all over here though, so it can't be destroyed.
Engaging target.
Oh, it blew up.
Can't hold on.
It can't be destroyed. It then blows up. Yeah, typical.
Base is ready, Captain.
Come on. Yes.
Significant damage to enemy sensors.
I took down the shields and then I shot their sensors already.
New targets on tactical.
I've lost lock.
Base is locked on target, sir. Target neutralized.
Yeah, team little shit. PP.
Loud ship. We're taking a beating. Hold on moving, sir. Get shields down.
Oh god, the lag is really bad now. It's so small I can't keep a lock on it. Okay.
Target neutralized.
Let's target something bigger.
Engaging target. Stand by to fire base.
Mobile back. Okay. I'm gonna try to get its engines down.
Stand by to fire base.
Torpedoes.
Advise fleet. Our shields are down. Lock photon. Land tree fleet.
Oh, hit the engine in. Yes, I took out an engine. See, there it is. It's flying off the ship. I wanted to take out it completely. Oh fuck, the Borg are coming. The Borg cube is getting awfully close, guys. It's targeting our ship, a docking yard. Now it's targeting one of the enemy ships.
Engaging target. Moving in attack position.
And the game crashed. And the game crashed, which means that I'm by my onesie again. Well, that was still fun, even though that didn't end well. But then again, I didn't think that would end well on account of, like I said, I was against the Borg and Federation starships. That was never going to end well. Two teams of Federation starships and a Borg and a Borg cube, along with two smaller Borg ships. Even on easy mode, that's almost an unwinnable fight. You know, it was more of a case of like, I'm just gonna show off the ships and have fun. Did my external hard drive disconnect? Computer, could you display a status report of all of your USB drives? Yeah, it disconnected. All I did was touch it. I'm touching it right now. That's all I did to plug it back in. I can't upload stuff if the computer does this because I need it on my computer. Maybe I could do that. Yeah. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not that bad. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it's annoying, but it's not that bad. Yeah, worst case scenario, I temporarily put the file that I want to upload to wherever, like a video or something, onto the computer, and then the computer just does it directly from the computer instead of taking off the external hard drive. But all of my raw footage, all of that stuff is all on the external hard drive, and also all of the backup. So it's really annoying. Anyway, I'm going to go eat. Well, actually, I'm going to go work out first and then eat, so that I don't wake up Damon with the working out noises, because that can happen. But yeah, I will be back later, hopefully, depending on, you know, mood and time and all that stuff, to do some more gaming probably, because I know this wasn't that long, and hang out with you. So yeah. But this was fun. Picking all of the a specific type of ship was kind of fun. That was kind of fun to do. Later on, when we get to the next generation ships and stuff, that'll be funny. That'll be funny. That'll be funny. That'll be a lot better actually, because the next generation ships are kind of awesome and cute. I don't know why I just did that. I need to. So all the paperwork that sits on my computer, I take off, so that I take off the computer when it's gaming, so it doesn't overheat. You're trying to lose weight? No. When did I say that? Why are beard sticking out on the side? That's weird. That's what this thing's for. It's to stop it from doing it. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Help. What was I saying? Hello? You dig the mohawk. Well, it's disappearing into my actual hair. My hair's back, by the way. It's just doing that weird ginger / blonde thing before it does this color. But yeah, my hair came back pretty quickly because it's summer. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get some beard dye. And we're gonna dye the tip of it. I think, not doing the whole beard, just the bottom bit. I think. Try to get it to fade into purple. I don't know. I'm going to see what they've got. Just regular hair dye. I'm just going to see what they've got, and then we're going to see how that goes. Is it? I looked it up online. Is hair dye is actually expensive? Hair dye is actually really expensive. I didn't know this. A lot of hair care products and stuff are weirdly expensive. What's the deal? Anyway, so Tubbs, enjoy your food and workout, and here's many more hugs and stuff. Okay, and see you guys. Well, maybe all of you guys, maybe some of you guys. See you guys in a few hours' time. Oh, butt stretch, belly rubs, and belly salute. Trying to get my shirt tucked in. There we go. Oh, I didn't turn the external lights on. I thought I did. There we go. Okay. See you in a bit. Toodles.